Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. This is Jason Robinson from Illustration by Design. Give me 1 second. Boom. There we go. That's better. Hi. Like I said, this is Jason Robinson. It is now 9 o'clock, 9:30. Tuesday evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys are doing awesome. This is your first time here. Welcome. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you would. I am a graphic artist and illustrator. I do cartooning and comic book types work. And right now I'm working on some commissions for the comic book that I just finished, a horror anthology comic called Secret Comics Presents. And that is currently going out to all the people who bought it. Lady Celtic Moon, if you can see in the chat, said that she just got her copy today. Eric and Boyd's here. He says, hello, how you doing, Eric? Good seeing you. Let me turn on the banner so we can say everything that I want to say in one succinct message. Subscribe, hit the like button, and share. But today I'm going to be working on another, and actually the last commission for the backers of Secret Comics Presents. A bunch of people graciously bought commissioned art from me, drawings of the character of their choice. And so for the last week or so, I've been drawing them. And tonight I'm going to be working on the final one. And then after that, I'm going to mail all the artwork to Nasser Rabadi, the writer of Secret Comics Presents. And then from there, he will mail off the art and the books to the people who bought them. So look forward to that in the coming week or so. But tonight I'm going to be drawing the Kingpin. That is the last drawing. And now, unlike the other commissioned art that I've been doing for this, this one, hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. This last one wasn't an actual request. It was this last one was for Ethan Van Sciver, and he didn't specify what he wanted drawn. He just said surprise me. So I thought about it a little, and noticed that Ethan really likes mafia characters. He likes mafiosos a lot. He's semi-obsessed, if not outright obsessed, with the mobs and mob families and the like. So I figured, why not draw the ultimate comic book mobster, the Kingpin, for Ethan? So I'll be doing that tonight. Hey, P Money, how you doing? Good seeing you. Um, but before I do that, I also wanted to let you guys know, if you can see in the description, Nasser sent me a bunch of comp copies of Secret Comics Presents, and so I am going to be selling most of them. I'm gonna sign them and then sell them to anyone who wants them. Um, for the people who bought Secret Comics Presents already, when you receive it, Nasser has signed them. You have his little autograph inside of it. None of them have mine because I I'm the last one who's gotten the books. And Nasser never had me sign them. So what I'm doing is I'm selling copies of the books that are signed both by Nasser and myself. So if you look at the down in the description, you will see a link to buy copies of those comics. If you want a comic that's signed by both of us, I'm selling them on eBay now. And actually, let me pull up the eBay site so you guys can take a look. So I'm selling copies of the book signed by both me and Nasser, and I'm also selling some copies where you can request a headshot of the character of your choice from me. So you can buy a copy of the book that's signed, and also a copy of the book that's signed with a drawing inside of it. If you guys want it, you're more than welcome to have it. And yeah, you'll be doing me a favor by taking them off my hands. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can figure out how to share the screen. Share screen. I don't do this that often. I don't share my screen too often. I'm going to be sharing two screens actually. First, I'll share the one, the eBay store with. Is that showing up? I can't tell. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Here we go. And if you click the link in the description, actually, boom, I just put it in the chat. Hey Jeff Potts, how you doing? Good seeing you. Eric and Boy says your signature increases the value. Nasser's John Hancock, the exact opposite. Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. But if you check this out, here's the link is in the description. The link is in the chat right now. It will take you to this eBay site where you can see the two books. If you scroll down, now you don't even have to scroll down. Just scroll down to where it says cover. You can select which cover you want. You can have the regular Scream cover, or you can have the variant zombie cover. And each one will cost $25. And there are 25 of each total. So there's only 50 of these books that are going to be available in existence that have both Nasser and my signatures on it. So if you want one, now is your chance. I'll be, for until they're all gone, I'll be putting the links to this in my descriptions of my live stream, so you can always check it out. But yeah, just check off which cover you want, and then hit buy it now, add to cart, whatever, and then you can buy it. There's free shipping on it if you live in the United States. If you live in Alaska or Hawaii, free shipping, whatever. If you live outside the States, if you live in Canada, Zimbabwe, Timbuktu, wherever, then there will be shipping costs added depending on where you live. So you live in the USA, free shipping, $25 flat. And if you live outside of the USA, then there'll be some shipping and handling. And that's not up to me. That's whatever, the postal service or it'll be added automatically to your purchase. So, that's what's going to happen. And scroll down. It gives you stats on the book. Signed by me and Nasser. Cover artist me. Blah blah blah. Condition of the book. All the books are in good condition. Yeah, that's just basic information. They'll all be bag boarded and sent in Gemini mailers, so you'll get them in as good a condition as possible. Barring the UPS, not UPS, but the postal service guy, running it over or something. So that is the one that's signed by me and Nasser. Now the next, so I have two sort of stores. There's one where you just have the signed comic, and then the second one, which I'll bring up right now, is, let's see, stop share and share screen. The next one is the one with the sketch with the drawing on it. Is this it? Here we go. Hopefully this will show up properly. Close that. Is that showing up? It is showing up. Okay, cool. This one has the head sketch. Now, this one is a little odd, a little weird, just because it also has the regular cover and the variant cover. Unfortunately, there's only 10 of each cover available. So, and the regular cover will cost $50 for a head sketch, and my sort of John Hancock, my signature on it, will cost $50 for a copy of that. The variant zombie cover will cost a little less because when those 10 books were damaged when they were shipped to Nasser, and so the top corner, if you look at the top corner here, they're a little crimped. If you guys can see that, so I'm taking $5 off of it because I hate getting comics that are damaged, and Nasser decided to send me these damaged comics. There's nothing I can do about it. So, but I will do a nice sketch in it of the character of your choice and sign it. They won't have Nasser's signature in them. I probably should have asked Nasser to sign more books, but I wanted some books that were quote unquote clean, that didn't have any signatures in them, and so these will only be signed by me. But they'll have a head sketch in them, so that's maybe that's a plus. But if you scroll down the page, you get to this part right here. It tells you when you're placing your order, make sure to click message to seller. That's me. And make sure that when you click that, you type in the character that you want me to draw, so that when I get your order, I'll know which character to draw for which book. So if you could do that, that would be awesome, because otherwise I will not know how to, what character you want drawn in the book. And again, there are only 10 of these, 10 of each book. There are 10 regular covers, like this one, 10 regular covers. And then there are 10 of the zombie, whoops, there we go, 10 of the variant covers, the zombie Nasser covers. And so there'll be a total of 10 sketches altogether, first come, first serve. So if you want these, again, go into the description of this live stream, and then it will give you the link there to get it, and hopefully someone will be interested and will order it. I'll put that also in the chat for all of you good folk, and if you want it, just let me know by buying it, and help me get these books out of my home. Let's see. Eric and P. Mike says, Eric and Boyd, will Jason increase Nasser's signature value, or will Nasser lower Jason's? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Type. And that is that's the link to the sketch tier that I just put in the chat. So if you guys want a book signed by me, or one with a sketch by me, click those links. They're in the description. They're in the chat, and let me know. I would love to get these into your eager hands if you want them. Eric and Boy says, "Wow, you got a commission from EBS. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty neat." Let's see. I think that's it right now. I'm just gonna move on over to my drawing table. I'll have to carry you all with me while I do so. Actually, give me 1 second, and I will to turn down my air conditioner because it's getting very warm in here. I found that when you're in a room with a computer and a lot of lights, it gets very hot very quickly. So, if you guys will hold on for a moment, I will carry you all. There you go. Gotcha. Don't worry, I won't drop you. I'm right here, don't worry. Okie doke. I'm just going to carry you all over to my drawing table. Come on. Cord's getting all tied up. Come on. There we go. Sorry about the noise. I got to connect everything. All right. Let's see. How do I tighten this? This is very loose. Huh. That's weird. Interesting. All right. Put that down like that. Put that like that. Is that right? I don't know. Okay. Let me see if this works. I don't even know if that's centered or not. We'll find out in a second. Okie doke. Remove. Bye bye. All right. Now let's see if let me turn the camera on. Oh, thank goodness. I was about to turn the camera on. And I realized, like, wait, did I hit the mute button? I did. You guys actually heard what I was saying. So, all right, here we go. There we go. There it works. Okay. Now, because Ethan is so obsessed with mobsters and stuff, I decided to make the Kingpin as James Gandolfini. So this is basically Tony Kingpin or Tony Fisk, or maybe it's Wilson Soprano. Take your pick. But yeah, I'll be finishing this off tonight, and mailing this off to Nasser in the next couple of days, and hopefully Ethan will like it. If not, tough luck. I'm not doing it over. Hold on. Where's my tablet? Oh, here it is. Boy, put it down. This thing's still working? Probably not. Oh, it is. Yay! It still works. It's alive. It's alive. Let me plug it in. That'll be good, because I hear that these things need power in order to work. All right. Let me put that there. Let me put my phone. Actually, let me turn my phone on so I can actually see what you good folks are saying. If anyone's still here, I don't even know if you guys are still here. You may have taken off. You may be watching Supergirl right now on the CW. All right. Turn that on. Oh, yay, 4 people are still watching. Awesome. Jeff Potts says, that looks a little like James Gandolfini. Oh, good. I'm glad it does. Humane Garbage says, wow, great likeness. Okay, cool. Thanks. When I was drawing it, I was like, I ended up thinking it's like, it kind of looks like a fat Kevin Spacey. But, hopefully it's enough like James Gandolfini that it'll work. Let me hit that. If that'll work. Sorry, I'm playing with my tablet. 6 people are here. Ooh, awesome. This is getting better. Brimmery says, that face is too good looking to be EBS. He is way fatter. That is, well, no comment. And his nose is like a handle. Yeah, Ethan has a very interesting nasal appendage. Hit home. Sorry, I'm trying to get my very persnickety tablet to work so I can. Come on, it's almost there. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay, cool. Now, I probably should have done this. Well, I know I should have done this ahead of time, so you wouldn't have to hear me fumbling around live from New York. Um, but give me 1 second. Um, that's not it. There we go. Copy. All right, there's that. Come on. All right. This gonna work? Okay, it works. Kind of works. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oi. Killing me here. Embarrassing me in front of all these people. All four of these people are embarrassing me. Let's see, tiny URL. Oh, my tablet is the worst. Oh my gosh. Come on. All right, I got that. Got that. Yay. I'm halfway there. 2FZN5D D. Does that work? Come on. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Come on, come on, come on. Woo, yay. Okay, good. All right, cool. It worked. Now it took 10 times longer than it should have. Plug that in. Get the phone. All right. Oh, people are still here. Thank you. Thank you for not abandoning me. Um, and go away. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this, finishing this drawing, this artwork. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be here, at least for the next couple hours, and try to make this look as good as possible in the time allotted. So we'll see. I invited Nasser as well, so he may or may not show up. He goes to bed early. He's getting old, so he can't stay up as late as the rest of us. Ah, all right. I'm gonna put some music on and yeah, get this thing finished. Doink, doink, doink. Hmm. I just had my pencil. Oh, there it is. Where's my eraser? Okay, move that. Move that out of the way. Ah, there we go. All right. Eric and Boy says, I never thought about that, but if Gandolfini were still alive, he would have made an interesting Kingpin. Not 100% certain if it would have been great, but it would have been cool to see. Yeah, I think so. When I started sketch, I mean, I didn't. At first, I was just going to draw Tony Soprano, but then I started looking at him. I was like, this guy could have played the Kingpin. Now, this is not a perfect rendering of Gandolfini, but I'll try to make it kind of close. Eric says I draw likenesses of people very well. Well, thanks. I'm trying to. I want to be able to draw what I see and what I want to draw. I mean, if I want to be able to do a likeness if I want to, but I want to be able to do something cartoony if I want to. So I just sort of want to be able to put what's in my head on the paper accurately. Let me move this out of the way. That's it's annoying me. And sorry, I gotta check. Uh, there we go. All right. Okay. Ah, okay. I'm seeing what's. I'm seeing what the issue is because when I was working on this earlier, when I was just sort of doing the original sketch, I was like, why is this not? The thing about doing likenesses is, for me, the key to sort of getting a good one is getting the proportions right, and I always have to like double and triple check to make sure that when I say proportions, I mean, distances between different body parts, the sizes of the body parts compared to one another, size of the eyes compared to the nose, distance from the nose to the top lip, the top lip from the to the chin. All those things have to sort of line up, and if they don't, then it starts to get further and further away from being a good likeness. And when I was working on this, I tried to get it close, but I always forget to check a few things. It's like a wrinkle compared to how close is a wrinkle to a you know to the ear or whatever. So now I'm just sort of fine tuning it. So even though I'm adding a little weight to them, you can still tell it's supposed to be, or at least supposed to look like James Gandolfini. So I'm getting there. Hey Yash, how you doing? Good seeing you. Been working on the last drawing for people who ordered sketches for the comic book, and also I posted links in the description for anyone who wants a copy of the book with my signature along with Nasser's, and also if you want a sketch from me in your book, the links are in the description of this video, and I also put it higher up in the chat, so you can check there as well. Okay, that's pretty good. Okie dokie. Let me get some ink on here. See if I don't mess this up by inking it. Okay, light there. Is that too much? I think it's a little too much light. Hard to see. And give me a second. I am going to switch chairs. So, that feels much better. And actually, I might hold on. Move this out of the way. Is this better? It might be better. There we go. Let me zoom in. There we go. Whoa. Okay. 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 Where did my what is your most valuable comic book? Asked Yash. I don't know if I should say. I don't want people breaking into my house. Well, I had actually. I think you may have been involved with this, Yash. Remember when I had Hulk 181? Were you involved with that little fiasco? That's the most valuable comic book I ever had. I had a copy of Hulk 181 back in high school, and I bought it for $25 from a comic book store in West Palm Beach. Okay. Well, Rob Grimes was involved. Rob talked me into meeting a friend of his who was in the comics, and that friend, and I was stupid. I was stupid. He talked me into trading that book for a bunch of comic books that he had, and it was the dumbest mistake. I'm still kicking myself almost 40 years after the fact. So that's the most valuable comic book I've ever had. I have, I have some valuable comic books, but not that many because they're expensive. I mean, any valuable comic book I have is just because I got it when those characters weren't super popular, and so the books they were in weren't super popular. Like the first appearance of Wolverine. I mean, he was popular at the time, but I got it in like 1982, 1983. So I mean, he wasn't like the huge character that he is now. So they sold like, I mean, and the copy was like a very fine copy. I mean, it was really good condition, and I bought it for $25. Which to me was a lot. was a lot of money. You know, as a 12 or 13 year old, but you know, I like comics, so I got it. Um, but you know, I have you know like first appearance of you know like the Eternals movies coming out. You know that Eternals #1. You know, it sells for I don't know how much it sells for 75, $100 now, just because this movie's coming out. But for decades, no one cared about the Eternals. But I had copies. I have copies of the Eternals because it is my favorite comic book when I was a kid. So you know, once I got old enough, I bought them so I could read them again. So you know, so I have a lot of I have a lot of comic books, but they're not necessarily super valuable. I mean, I have like the first appearance of Squirrel Girl, but you know, a friend gave that to me he gave me a bunch of comic books that he had, um, that because he was getting rid of them, and a friend from work, and so I took them, and I had no idea that it was even valuable until probably a few years later when everyone started talking about Squirrel Girl, and I saw that her first appearance was in that batch that he'd given me. So um, yeah, so I have some valuable books, but I don't have any that you know I knew were valuable, and then I actively sought them out and tried to buy them. I don't have the money to do that. I can't buy like 200 or even $100 books. I think the most I ever paid for a comic book was no, I paid 65 or $70 for, and this isn't even this is just a book that to me was worth paying money for. It was a Lois Lane issue. Oh, maybe I can find it. Hold on. If you guys will hold 1 second, I'll dig it up for you. And it'll give you some. It'll give you a peek into my weird mindset, my weird comic book mindset. Hold on. Let's see. I don't think I have to dig too far for it, but it's this it? No, that's the wrong. That's the wrong one. Is this it? Is it in here? I think it's in here. Um, let me see. It's not that one. Is it in here? Ah, nope. That's Image. Nothing valuable in there. I think it's in here. Is it in here? It might be in here. Ah, I haven't gone through this batch in a while. This is all Superboy. What I'm looking for is Lois Lane. Lois Lane. Nah, it's not. I don't know where it is. Oh well. I could have sworn that I had it right in there. And again, this book is like valuable to me in a sense, but again, it's. But I got it because I thought it was so funny and so you know kind of weird, kitschy, cool, and that's a big reason why I get certain books. I get books that I think are sort of interesting historically, or it must be in another box somewhere. Anyway, I'll just describe it. Some of you may have heard of it. Um, it's an old issue of Lois Lane. I think it's Lois Lane like number 106 or 105. I can't remember which one, but it's one where Lois Lane and this book is was written back in the early 70s, which was right in the middle, right after the civil rights era ended, right in the middle of the whole Black is Beautiful movement and everything. Lois Lane gets into a machine that turns her black. So on the cover is Lois Lane. It's like a split cover. Lois Lane's getting into the machine on one in the first on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side she's getting out of the machine and she's a black woman with an afro. And I always found that always found that cover, so to me it's like iconic. It's so funny. It's so cheesy, and it to me it's like a snapshot to the era when that comic was made. And I think it's awesome. I love that book, and so I I'd seen it for years, in like magazines or on the internet and stuff, but I'd never. But it was always to my mind expensive. It was cost like $50 or more, and finally I just said I'm just gonna buy it because it's to my mind it's so iconic that I just wanted to get it. So that's the most I ever paid for a comic book. I think I paid like $65 for it. Um, Jeff Potts says, "Where's Nighthawk? Nighthawk? I don't know where Nighthawk is, and why would Nighthawk be here? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna start drawing." Zimbo says, "Interesting. Yeah, that's the most I've ever paid for a comic book. Now, if I were rich, I would be buying lots of cool comic books. I'd be getting early Fantastic Four, early Spider Man, just great books. But I can't afford that stuff. So I usually get reprints of those books and then I'll read them. Um, you seem to have a thing for Lois Lane. Not really. Actually, Lois Lane annoys the heck out of me. I don't really like the character. I kind of find her to be like a obnoxious snob. Um, because she dissed Clark Kent until he revealed that he was Superman. So I don't really like her that much, but I like that issue, and I like another issue of Lois Lane that I like is one where she and Wonder Woman are fighting over Superman's affections, and Wonder Woman's beating the heck out of her on the cover. She's pimp slapping Lois Lane on the cover, saying Superman's my man now or something. Um, and so I kind of like iconic covers like that. And all right, is this working? All right, I think it's working. Okay. She didn't like the beta Clark Kent. Well, there is no alpha Clark Kent. Clark Kent's just a beta. I mean, at least traditionally. So that was the whole point. It's like Superman was the alpha, and as Clark Kent, he had to pretend to be a beta. She thought Superman was more alpha, even though he wears a skin tight spandex outfit. Yeah, exactly. Superman dresses like he's a member of um what was that group? The that group that sings YMCA. Who is it? Village People. Superman dresses like he's a member of the Village People, but he's an alpha. Okay. Okay, you guys can see. So. Got the right glasses on, that's good. Just have to. Why is this not? Sorry, ink wasn't flowing. It's like I'm making lines, but there's nothing coming out. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Saw the second episode of what was it called? Foundation this past weekend. Foundation is a TV adaptation of the classic Isaac Asimov science fiction saga, written in it started in the 40s, I guess the early 40s, and then I guess they finished the last book what in the 80s, I think. So it spans several decades. But I saw the second episode. It was interesting. I've never read the books. My dad did. He was a big science fiction nut, and not nut, but yeah, huge science fiction fan. And I'm much more of a light science fiction fan. Like Star Trek and Deep Space Nine, Star Wars. That's to me that's light science fiction. My dad was like, he liked hard science fiction. Science fiction that made you think. He loved Arthur C. Clarke, Heinlein, Herbert, um, uh, Asimov, those guys. And but I never read the books, so I watched the first episode last Friday, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Um, and then it got me curious about the original books the show's based on. Started reading about the books, saw that they had made some pretty major changes to the story, mainly to the characters. I mean, they sex swapped a lot of pretty big characters in the book, and it clearly affects the what happens in the story. I, just watching the second episode, I mean, I don't have, at this point I have no idea what the book happens in the book, because things in the TV show are directly related to the fact that now the main character is a woman instead of a man. She's doing things that you know couldn't be done in couldn't have been done in the original novel. Like get pregnant by another main character. And so I'm like, at this point, I'm assuming that the TV show is a completely separate entity than the book, or at least how they're getting from point A to point B. Maybe it ends up the same way. Maybe the major plot points of the book still happen, but how they get there has to be completely different, because, you know, obviously in the original novel, the male protagonist, or at least one of the male protagonists, didn't get pregnant by another guy. So I don't know what they're doing with this book, with this TV show. Um, I think it's a show that if you have not read the books, you will enjoy, or you'll at least find interesting. I find it interesting, but that was before but at the same time, I'm someone who is kind of a stickler for being faithful to the source material. It doesn't matter whether it's comic books, whether it's sci-fi, whether it's whatever. I mean, if you're gonna adapt something, I much prefer if you are if the people making the adaptation is pretty faithful to the original material. And so part of me, is interested in the TV series. It's a beautiful series. It looks really nice, but a big part of me is annoyed just because they've strayed so far from the original story. And 99 times out of 100, the source material is better than the adaptation. I found this out when I watched The Firm without having read the book. I watched The Firm. I enjoyed it in the movie theaters. Then I read the book and I got real mad, really mad, because they had left out 50, 60% of the awesomeness in the book. They'd left it out of the movie. And that if they had left it in, it would have been it would have been a much better film. It would have been so good. And they stupidly just left all that stuff out. And I'm just wondering how much cool stuff are they leaving out of this TV series just because they decided to sex swap major characters in a book and take the book in a different take the story in a different direction than Clark had than Asimov had originally intended. So I don't know. I'll keep watching it. And I'm going to put off reading the book for now. I want to read the book now that I've seen some of the storyline in the show. I do want to read the book, but I know that if I read the book, the show is gonna annoy me and potentially make me mad because I don't like it when TV shows or movies screw too much with source material. I mean, when I read when I saw Harry Potter movies, I'd read the books, when they came out. So by the time the movies came out, I'd already read most of the books, and I was just really disappointed with the Harry Potter movies up until, especially the first two. I mean, I just thought they were weak compared to the books. The books were so good, and then the movies were just kind of like, eh. And it wasn't until the third movie that it actually started to reach the quality that I felt they deserved. They dropped a lot of the blue screen, a lot of the obvious bad CGI. They started using real outdoor settings. They you know, started doing a lot better things, and they started including a lot more of the sort of harder visuals. When I say harder, I mean like more. Harry Potter is a children's book, but it's violent, and they started including some of that in the movie, starting with episode 3. So that made me happy. So, but I find that most of the time movies and TV shows they kind of butcher. They'll take a really great story, a really great book like The Firm, and they'll just butcher it and put in idiocy, like having Tom Cruise like some sort of like gymnast doing backflips and stuff down a sidewalk. That garbage isn't in the books. It's just stupid foolishness. But they'll put stuff like that in the movie, and they'll take out great things like the entire subplot with his brother who was in prison, and that was like one, and his genius secretary. I mean, there's so much just brilliant stuff in the book The Firm that was just left out completely of the film, and that happens too much. Eric Hawkins says that doesn't look like Michael Clark Duncan. I haven't colored him in yet. Just wait. Once I get my Crayolas out and I start coloring him out, it will look just like Michael Clark Duncan. Just you wait. I like Michael Clark Duncan as speaking of swapping. And in that case, race swapping. I thought Michael Clark Duncan did a good job in Daredevil. I was much he was one of the high points of that film. The what's his face? I keep not Brad Pitt. What's his face? Ben Affleck. The Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Michael Clark Duncan, I thought, was a good fit for the Kingpin because he, other than his skin color, I mean, he played a really convincing, Wilson Fisk. Um, so I had no problems with him. I, he was a lot. He was way better than. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Trial of the Incredible Hulk back in 1989, I think. Maybe 1988. I'm not sure. But Trial of the Incredible Hulk, which starred obviously the Hulk, um, Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk, Bill Bixby is David Banner, and then they had Rex Smith as Matt Murdock slash Daredevil, which was cool. But as the Kingpin, they had John. What's his name? He's uh, he's been in everything from he's been in the Indiana Jones movies. He co-starred in Sliders. John Rice Davies, is that his name? John Reese Davies. Gimli, yeah, Gimli was Kingpin. Alpha Proto. But he also played Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movies. I think his name's John Reese Davies. He played the Kingpin, and it was so it was so bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was so corny because he didn't do anything to sort of play the role of Kingpin. He just came. He was like Sean Connery. He just sort of walked in and said, "Hey, give me my lines. I'll read them." He kept his beard, kept his hair, didn't shave his head. I think he wore sunglasses throughout most of the role, and he looked just kind of. I mean, he's not a small guy. He's pretty big. He's like 6 feet tall, but the Kingpin's supposed to be huge, and so you had John Reese Davies playing this sort of. He was not skinny. He's still a sort of a hefty guy, but not nearly as hefty as a Kingpin should be. I mean, obviously not clearly not as big as Michael Clark Duncan or who's the guy who played him in the Netflix Daredevil. He wasn't as big as those guys. So he's sort of like this pint-sized, comparatively pint-sized, hairy Kingpin. And it just made me kind of laugh watching him. So Michael Clark Duncan was really good compared to Michael Reese Davies. No offense to him, he's a great actor, but as a Kingpin, he wasn't that good. Um, so, but the Kingpin he's fared pretty well in live action. He's had some pretty good actors, if not great actors, play him. Um, so I think that's pretty neat. I mean, I would love it if they brought Daredevil. I mean, the, I wish I can remember his name. Vincent, is that his name? Vincent D'Onofrio? I can't remember his name. Um, who plays the Kingpin on Netflix? I would love it if they brought that cast into the MCU, but they won't. I know they won't. I mean, they might bring Charlie Cox as Daredevil. I keep hearing rumors of him being in the new Spider-Man movie, but they're not going to bring the rest of those guys in. But they should. Because Vincent, again, I can't pronounce his last name, whatever. Vincent D made a fantastic Kingpin, and I would love to see more of that character, his version of the character, because he played him as sympathetic, but just criminal, you know. I mean, you felt sorry for him because he was just like he was just like a sort of ultimately a victim of just like abuse and bullying as a kid, and so he just sort of grew up into like just a mean sort of just like a not, psychopath, I guess, because he had a hair trigger based on his trauma as a kid. So you felt sorry for him, but he was so cruel and so damaged that obviously you couldn't root for him. Alpha Pro says Michael Clark Duncan had the size for sure. I cannot think of a big bald actor of any color at the time with the size and star power at the time. Yeah, it's just I mean he just had the look. I mean he yeah, he's probably the most famous person that big who wasn't just a pure muscle guy, because he had the girth. I mean, you can get the Rock. You can always get some muscle guy to play the Kingpin, but the Kingpin he's big, but and strong, but he's fat. And you have to have that fatness. And Michael Clark Duncan had that thickness, that bulk. He wasn't just muscle. He was a good combination of muscle and fat, and that made him a believable Kingpin. Um, Eric Hawkins says something like that. I can never pronounce his name. Yeah, me either. And I probably could if I followed him on watched his shows and stuff, but I never did. I mean, I know he was on Law and Order for the longest time, but I never watched it. At least I never watched his version of it. So I know he played Thor in Thor. He played the mechanic who the little girl thought was Thor in Adventures in Babysitting. I think that was one of the first times I'd ever seen him. So Eric Hawkins says, "Got my Secret Comics presents. The art is spectacular. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you like it." And Eric Hawkins is the author of Zombieful World of Oz, so he is a pro. So I take his comments extremely seriously. I take everybody's comments seriously, but I appreciate Eric Hawkins' thoughts on it. Alpha Pro says Vincent was great. I like the rare strength aspect. Yeah, rage strength aspect. Yeah, I know that one scene where he gets mad at where that guy. I guess he insults or interrupts his dinner with his girlfriend, later wife, and he just. Oh my god! I mean, if you haven't seen it, I mean it's been a few years, but basically he he beats the guy up and then takes his head and starts smashing his head between the limousine door and the frame of the car until it just splurts, just explodes like a watermelon. And they basically show it. It's pretty awesome. I mean, awesome. It's not great. It's not nice, but it's awesome to see that sort of rage for the showing how dangerous the Kingpin is, how sort of on eggshells you have to be around him because he's just a psychopath. Yeah. So, um, Eric Hawkins says your Kingpin looks a lot like Tony Soprano. Well, there's a reason for that, because that's who I'm basing him on. This is for Ethan. He didn't ask for this drawing when he you know bought the commission. He just said surprise me. He didn't really specify when he wanted drawn. So I just thought about it. At first I was just gonna draw him Tony Soprano, and then I started sketching it out, and I realized that hey, James Gandolfini, if he was bald, he'd make a pretty good Kingpin. so so I figured I'll just go with that. So this little mafia, which Ethan is obsessed with. This little comic book, which is Ethan's stock and trade. So I figure it's a good compromise for an Ethan commission. And I got a lot of eraser shavings. I should probably. Sorry, I'm just brushing these off a little so they don't mess up the art too much. I should probably vacuum off my desk at least once a week, but I don't, which isn't good. But you know, I'll do it after. I'll do it after this drawing. Hmm. Let me see. Yeah. All right. Alpha Produce says The Rock was thinned down at the time, doing movies like The Tooth Fairy. Yeah, garbage movies. Um, I don't. I don't understand why these action guys, whether it's The Rock or Vin Diesel, I know why it's money, but it's like they make these garbage films, and it's like they make a lot more money if they're just stuck to doing martial arts, or not martial arts, but action films. You know, it's like I'm not. It's like I'm not going to waste 2 hours of my time watching, a 6 foot 4 inch, action hero palling around with a 8-year-old girl. He was going against type. Once Rock hulked out, he became the highest paid actor in Hollywood. I only see going against type. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think he was just trying to mimic Arnold Schwarzenegger's success. Where Arnold Schwarzenegger could pull off something like Kindergarten Cop. The Rock can't. It's just The Rock is someone who, again, unlike Arnold Schwarzenegger, he can't carry a movie on his own. He's not. He he needs, in order for one of his films to be successful, he needs to be in an ensemble film, a film where someone else equally, if not more famous than him, is sharing the load, because he doesn't have enough. He's a very charismatic guy, but for whatever reason, he does not draw in crowds on his name alone. You pick any movie of his where he's the only star, they're all straight to video, or they're just trash films. I can't think of one film that's purely starring The Rock as the main character, and that's been successful. He's done some great films, but they've all been ensemble films. Whether it's the one with Kevin Hart, I can't remember the one with he's like CIA or FBI agent or whatever. The Jumanji films, great films, funny films. But again, he shares a load with like three or four other famous people. Um, what's the new one that just came out? Jungle Cruise, where he co-stars with what's her face? It's so terrible. I'm so mean. What's her face? Well, what's her face? The famous actress. I can't remember whose name it is right now. But you know, you get my point. Other movies of his like Rampage or um, San Andreas or Skyscraper. Was it called Skyscraper? I can't remember. Doesn't matter. They're all the same. They all star The Rock as the only star, and they all flop or they're all straight to video. I think the closest I've ever seen him get was the Hercules movie that he did maybe about 5 years ago, and it was pretty good. I actually liked it. And as if I can recall, he was the only real famous person in it. But that's the closest I've seen to The Rock being able to carry a movie on his own. Yeah, I guess it was called Hercules. Yeah, and Rock's been in tons of movies. I mean, he's been. I mean, the only person who's been in more movies than The Rock in the last decade is probably Samuel L. Jackson. So Samuel L. Jackson will be in anything. He's like he. I'm actually surprised The Rock is the highest paid actor in Hollywood because I would think that Samuel L. Jackson has been in like 20 times the number of films The Rock has been in, and he's not the highest paid actor. Hmm. To me that's surprising because he'll do anything. But yeah, I generally I like The Rock. I'm not sure about this Black Adam movie though. Um, the more I hear about it, the less I want to see it. So I'm just like, it's like we're gonna make Hawkman black in this movie. It's like, no. I looked at Sam Jackson filmography. He's had a project every year since the 1970s. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, I didn't really know of Samuel Jackson until the 90s. When he starts showing up in things like Die Hard 3. Um, I mean, I'm sure I saw him in things and stuff, but it was around that time. He was in Jackie Brown. Especially Pulp Fiction. I mean, Pulp Fiction is what sort of put him on the map for a lot of people. But I'm sure he's been in tons of stuff. I just didn't know who he was. He's probably just a character actor at that time. Since then he's obviously made himself into Samuel L. Jackson. You know, the iconic Samuel L. Jackson. What about Coming to America? What about it? Does that star The Rock? I don't know. I don't think it does. Was Samuel L. Jackson in Coming to America? I don't. If he was, I don't remember him in that. But he may have been, and I just don't recall. Hmm. Sam played the robber at the store. I think he played a crackhead in Jungle Fever too, Mr. Jackson, that is. Really? Huh. I don't even remember. I mean, I never saw Jungle Fever, but I don't remember him in Coming to America. So, like I said, he's probably been in tons of stuff, and I just don't. He just never stood out for whatever reason. So, but he has now. He's making up for lost time in terms of not people, the public not being aware of him, which is awesome. I think he's isn't he like 70 now? I mean, he's. I just saw him in another movie last week. I watched Protege, and he starred in that, co-starred in it with Maggie Q. That was a good movie, actually. So, hmm. I think he's in his 70s. Just need to keep your weight down and be bald, then you don't age. Rock found that out. Yeah, well, Rock's kind of showing his age. I mean, the thing with the Rock is that he's a bodybuilder, so muscles get smaller as you age. So it shows more. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that because you have HGH now, so to sort of hide it, as Sylvester Stallone has made perfectly clear. That guy's in his 70s, isn't he? And he is he looks good because he's on a regular regimen of steroids to keep his muscle mass up. So I guess The Rock still has some years left in him. Come on. Why does this keep. Sorry, my tablet is acting up as per usual. Hmm. Time is 11 o'clock. Interesting. just we don't call it steroids anymore. We call it HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Yeah, okay, sure. Steroids. Um, just replacing what nature took away. Wink, wink. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I call it juicing. Hmm. All right. Let's see. Mm, mm. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's see. Back, back. There we go. I'm gonna play some normal music for a change. I'm just gonna play a mixture of what I usually listen to when I'm not online. Although some of it. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just play what I usually play. I'm just dwelling on my own, and then I'll let YouTube take the profits and pay it to whoever owns the music. So I apologize in advance if you don't like some of this music, but eh. And also, there might be some language, and I apologize for that as well. I don't, I usually don't like that stuff, but I sometimes stick it in songs. So warnings in advance. There is some swing in here, Alpha. Don't worry. Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, find it hard to say. When people run in circles, it's a children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Wanna feel the way that every child just sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. And the teacher tell me, where's my lesson? Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had.
When people run in circles, it's a very, very And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams and ways from buying all the best I ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very rare like your on an empty street, just an alley cleaver, lying on his feet. The young fighter screaming, with no time for down, with the clean and gun, can't see a way out. It ain't much I'm asking, I heard him say, gotta find me a future, move out of my way. I want it all, I want it all, I want it all, I want it now. I want it all, I want it all, I want it all, I want it now. Listen, all you people, come gather round. I gotta give me a game plan. Gotta say it to the world. Just give me what I know is right. Baby, do you hear me? Just give me the sign. Ain't much I'm asking. If you want the truth, here's to the future.
Jeff Pond says, I'm a Queen fan. Everybody's a Queen fan. Yeah, Queen and the Carpenters are probably some of the earliest music that I remember growing up. Because it was always on the radio whenever I would be riding in the back of my mom's car. Earthmind says, "Hey Jason, just wanted to say thank you for this Secret Comics Presents art page packaging. It came in last week and looks incredible." Oh, good. I'm glad it came in one piece. That was my main concern. So hopefully, the way I sort of wrapped it up worked. I mean, I was actually surprised because I found out how to do that by going on YouTube, which is how I find out probably 50% of the stuff that I do nowadays. But yeah, it was a very, very affordable and very effective way of sort of mailing out something as big as 11 by 17. So, like I said, I'm glad it got to you intact. There's going to be a fair amount of anime music mixed in with this music too. So let's try that. That's better. Let's see. Oh.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And oh, weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Shove this patty up and who's the harder? The biggest mistake that you've ever made. I'll toss you like a bright grenade. I'll stop you in the face with my sandals and razor tonight with your wire in the shade. You puny fed the fat nerd of computer, jerking up the games, give themselves first-person shooters. Your armor's hard, but my abs are harder. You're my hood now, cheap, plus as Sparta. Not so fast. Cortana says you're Greek, so watch us stick these lyrics up your ass. With a monument to my sins, you're a soldier that needs you to be. Ain't no way that you can be. Keep my initials spelled in C. While you and your companions were all camping in the canyon, took a campaign to your house and killed your queen, my plasma cannon. They should have thrown your rhymes over the cliff because they're sickly. You will not enjoy this, but will be over quickly. I better battle with my 6-year-old son. I'll need firepower when I'm rocking these guns, okay? You're sleeping in a freezer in outer space. I look you in the eyes, we get too much of a bitch to show your face. That is a new shirt there, Bobby. Please don't. Your whole plan got messed up by a hunchback without syndrome. 300 asses need a kicking. Get 4 T-bags and live it. So watch and quit your bitching. My trigger fingers itching. Hold on! Holster! Jump Standing there alone, the ship is waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced, but the computer has the evidence. No need to avoid the countdown starts. Watching in a trance, the crew is certain, nothing else to change. All is working, trying to relax.
The drummer Cheapy says it's a drawing man of mystery. I don't know if I'm a man of mystery. Although you don't know what I look like, so maybe that's the only mystery.
Second stage is cut, we're now in orbit, stabilizers up, running perfect, starting to collect, requested data, we're feeling effects, when all is done, exchange your tongue, back at ground control, there is a problem, go to rocket school, not responding, hello Major Tom, are you receiving?
Oh, Majesty. Drawing. It's a drawing man of majesty. Oh. Well, thank you. Says we all know what you're about. No guesses required. Okay, good. I'm not good at being mysterious. I'm pretty obvious, unfortunately, for better or for worse.
I wanna be your godly man. Follow the call and follow your plan. I wanna have the purest heart. I wanna be the burning spark. Lord, I want to be like you. Tell me, Lord, what must I do? And the answer came, simple and so plain. Go and find your neighbor, find a friend in need.
Determined Sheepy says, "I'm very glad you're drawing Kingpin this way rather than the thumbnail." Yeah, I try not to. Whenever I do a thumbnail, I try to make it pretty different from the way I'm going to draw it. Like when I did Power Girl, I just posted a cosplay picture because I didn't want people to think that I was going to draw her like an artist if I put their artwork up there. And it's kind of the same with Kingpin. I tried to find the version of Kingpin that was least like I was going to draw, and put that in the thumbnail. So
I wanna shine a holy light. When I tell them about you, how will they believe the truth? And the answer came, steady as the rain. Go inside the prison, go behind the wall. Go and be yourself. There is none to break your soul. When you have the help, that is true Christianity. Whatever you've done to the least of these, you have done it unto me. You have done it. You have done it unto me. Go pick up a hammer, go and build a wall, go and take the sunshine to a heart that lives alone. You got the house that is true Christianity. Whatever you've done to the least of these, you have done it. You have done it unto me. When you help a widow, you have done it unto me. When you help the helpless, that is true Christianity. You have done it. You have done it unto me. That is true Christianity. call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there. I hear your voice. It's like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling out of the sky. I close my eyes. Heaven help me when you call my name. It's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a prayer. You know I'll take you there like a child. You whisper softly to me. You're in control, just like a child. Now I'm dancing. It's like a dream. No end and no beginning. You're here with me. It's like a dream. That's the quiet thing. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power. Just like a prayer, you know I'll take you there. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power. Just like a prayer, you know I'll take you there. Life is a mystery. Everyone must say, oh yeah, I hear you on my knees. I need you now. Just like a prayer, your blessing take me there. Just meet me. You are a mystery. Just like a dream, you are not what you see. Just like a prayer, no choice, your voice can take me there. I'll take you back, like a breeze to me. I'll take you back.
Chairman Chiefy says, I'd hang around longer if possible. Sadly, I need to sleep because I fear being chewed out by my 5'2" boss before coffee. Yeah, you better get to bed then. It's quarter to midnight Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast like me, you may want to head to bed. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's great seeing you. And I hope you enjoyed my drawing of the Kingpin that I'm getting done for Ethan Van Sciver. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this tonight. Then probably mail it off to Nasser to send to everybody um, this week. My arm. Sorry, a little tight. I need to stretch more. All right, let's see. Hey, Jeff Potts, you take care. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody's saying they're leaving, but more people are showing up. 5 people are here already. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. And also check out the description at the below of this video. There are links to the um, eBay store where I'm selling signed copies of Secret Comics Presents, signed by both me and Nasser. Um, they're the only copies that will be signed by both of us. I know the ones that Nasser sent out were just signed by him, but he gave me some that I could sign as well. And so if you click those links in the description, you can buy copies that are signed by both of us, or copies that are just signed by me that also have a drawing of the character of your choice if you want it. So again, go to the description of this live stream, this video, and check it out. And please order some more copies of Secret Comics Presents. You'll get it just in time for Christmas. Actually, you get it way before Christmas, but you will have it for Christmas. If you order soon enough, you get it before Halloween. Zen Jest, I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. I don't even know what language that is. That is a language. Zen Jest na Tidzian. You'll have to help me, German Sheepy, with what language that is. Sleep is for the weak. Polish saying. That's you. Oh, yeah. I sleep. It's just that I sleep weird hours. It's like I'll stay up all night, then I'll sleep till noon, and then I'll get back to work. So I'm not a morning person. Let me put it that way. So I'm much more lively in the middle of the night than I am early in the morning. No sleep required. German Chibi says, amazing art. Have a good one. You have a great one as well. Hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. Hope your boss is not nearly as mean as he can be. Or she.
Just another victim of the things he has done. Just another day in the life of a loaded gun. The odds get even. You play the game. The odds get even. Mistakes are the same. You make your life. Just another winner. His life down the drain. Just another island in a hurricane. Just another loser, like the captain the rain. Just another day in the path of a speeding train.
Okay.
We are scared believer, we blend together. We are scared believer, that's all we say. You bet your life. Let your strange in your life. Touch your
Okay, I think this is basically done. Just need to
just another drunk at the wheel of a stolen car.
Hmm. A few more things. A few more things. Hey, Eagle 43, how you doing? Good seeing you. Hope you're doing well.
You got me sipping on something I can't compare to nothing I've ever known. I'm hoping that this fever I'll survive. I know I'm acting a bit crazy, strung out a little bit hazy. Hand over heart, I'm praying that I'm gonna make it out alive. Let's get cold if you're not here. The future that we hold is so clear. But I'm not alive until you call. And now that the odds against me, save your advice, cause I won't hear. You might be right, but I don't care. There's a million reasons why I should give you up. But the heart wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants. You got me covered in pieces, shining like stars and screaming, lighting me up like Venus. But then you disappear and make me wait, and every second's like torture. Heroin with no more, so fighting away to let it go. Baby, you know I can't escape. The bed's getting cold and you're not here. The future that we hold is so unclear.
So is this a James Gandolfini Kingpin? Yes, it is. That is precisely what it is. This is for Ethan Van Sciver. He bought a commissioned drawing as part of the Secret Comics Presents campaign, and then he left it up to me to decide what to draw him. He said, "Surprise me." So this is a surprise drawing for him. So yeah, hopefully he likes it. Hopefully he'll be satisfied with it. If not, tough luck. He should have been more specific about what he wanted. They leave it up to me. You may not get whatever you want. You may get what I want to draw. Do you think he would be a good kingpin? I think he might be. I mean, he has the look. He's pretty big, isn't he? Or he was. He's dead now, but he wasn't he pretty tall? He's about 6'2", maybe 6'3", I think. So I think he would have been a good kingpin. I think it comes down to just mannerisms, you know, and how he portrayed the character. I don't think the kingpin should necessarily be like Tony Soprano or act like him. Although he did, I think he looks like him. You know, if he shaved his head. Let's clean the back of this up. A lot of schmutz, a lot of graphite stuff on here. It says he was 6 foot. Oh, give him lifts. If you can make Robert Downey Jr. look like he's as tall as the other characters from Avengers, then you can make James Gandolfini look tall. As a lemonade setting in the shade, whether it's hot, whether it's cool, oh, what a spot, always in like a fool. Okay, cool. There we go. Got James Gandolfini, Kingpin. Got Andy Griffith in the background. It's perfect. All I'll do is sign it. We have no need to call the road when we get to the vision hole. What's today? Old Dog Tray. 29th. There we go. That's it. That's pretty good. Okay, now wrap this up, put it with the rest of them. Actually, I gotta scan this in, so I'll do that later. I'll wrap it up later. But let's see. Let's see. AlphaPro says, very good likeness. Thanks. Thank you very much, AlphaProto. Um, Eagle43 says, I hear they're coming out with some Batman audio show or something. Yeah, that might be interesting. Like an old radio series. That'd be cool. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. But I guess that's it for now. It's about midnight, so I've a little over 2 hours it took to ink that and everything. Let me just go back to see uh, whoops the uh, the eBay thing that I talked about earlier. For those of you who may have missed, there's only a few of you here, but Nasser sent me a bunch of comics, comp copies of Secret Comics Presents. He sent them to me. He signed some of them, and I'm signing those same copies. So I'm selling those on eBay to anyone who wants them. Anyone who wants a copy of the comic with both my and Nasser's signature on it. So I posted a link in the description. I'll be posting in the descriptions of all my future live streams until they're all gone. So, but click the link in the descriptions, and you can check it out. You can buy them if you want. And also, there are two links. There's one just to get a copy of the book with my signature and Nasser's signature on it, and also there's another eBay link you can click if you want my signature and a sketch from me inside the book of the character of your choice, a headshot. So click either one. I'll go over to the eBay right now, just to sort of just walk you through it, show you what it is, and then you guys can have at it and have fun if you like. Let's see. Mm, is this it? Add to stream. There it is. This is the one with the head sketch option. Um, can I zoom in? I can zoom in. Look at that. It's like magic. Um, you go here to select your cover. Click which cover you want. You want the regular cover with the woman screaming. This one. Oops, not that one. This one. Come on. Click. Click. There we go. This cover. If you want this cover, just select regular screen cover. If you want the zombie cover, this one, then then again, just select that cover here. Let me know how many you want of each cover, and then click buy it now or add to cart. Now you may notice that the zombie cover is $45. The screen cover is $50. The reason for that is that when Nasser sent me the books, um, the zombie covers, they came slightly damaged. The corner of them got damaged in the shipping box, so they're sort of crimped like that. They're a little crushed in the upper left-hand corner, and so because they're damaged slightly, they're not really damaged, but it's enough to be noticeable. Um, those will be $5 cheaper the than the regular cover, which is $50. And so it comes with free shipping if you live in the United States, and you just select which cover you want, and then when you order it, when you place your order, should be a little note that says message to seller. When you go to checkout, click that, and in that spot, tell me which character you want me to draw in the book, so that when I get your order, I will know which drawing to do in which book. Okay? And so that is for if you want a sketch from me, and there are only 10, actually. There are only 10 of each cover. There are 10 regular covers, and there are 10 with the zombie cover. So first come, first serve, $50 or $45, depending on which cover you pick each. And then there's that one. And then you can also get, let's see, share. Let's see. You can also get this one with the ones that has there's no sketch, but is signed by both Nasser and me, and those cost $25. And again, you get either the screen cover or the variant cover, and there are I believe 25 of each of those, so there's 50 total, and those 50 will be the only versions of this book with both Nasser and my signature on it. So that will, you know, if you get them, you'll be one of 50 people on the planet with a copy of Secret Comics Presents #1 with both Nasser and my signature on it. So, Alpha Pro says my book wasn't signed. It wasn't signed. Why wasn't it signed? It should have been signed. I have to read it before I decide to get more. Okay. Vim Reese says that's not acceptable. Ask Nasser for a refund. Well, I told him at the time. I think it was on one of his live streams. He noticed that some of them were damaged. He said, "I'll send these to Jason." I told him, "Do not send me damaged books because I don't like." I like my books in as good condition as possible, especially when I draw the book. I want pristine books, but Nasser doesn't listen. So he sent me some damaged books, and so I can't I can't charge you full price for a slightly damaged book. So I can't take much off, but I'll take $5 off, and you get a sketch character of your choice. It'll be signed by me, and yeah. So yeah, I know. Kick Nasser. He lives very far away, so I can't really kick him unfortunately. But if you guys want the books, please let me know. Go to the eBay store and let me know. Alpha Pro says I haven't opened the book. It's signed on the inside. Alpha Proto. If you haven't opened the book, then the Nasser signature should be on the inside of the book, on the inside first page. So I would suggest opening the book. All the books should be signed. Open up your book, take it out of the bag, open it up, and on the very first page, not the inside front cover, but the facing page, it should have Nasser's signature on it. Alpha Pro says, is it supposed to be signed? Yes, it is. Or was there a non-signed option? No, they were all signed. So, or they should have been all signed. So, unlike other Nasser's other books, they were not signed on the cover. They were signed inside the book. And actually the book that Nasser signed, that will be the same page that I sign and the page that I will do the artwork. The whole page is basically just empty, open. So, but anyway, I think that's it. Stop screen. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's about 12:15, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And Alpha Pro says, "Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, he found it. Awesome, good. I'm glad that Nasser didn't screw you over like he screwed me over with the books. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm glad that Alpha Proto found his signature, and hopefully he's happy now. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I think next time I'm going to live stream. I'm not sure. I'm going to try live stream again sometime this week, sometime soon, because I find that if I go without live streaming for a while, I sort of get camera shy. Not that I'm on camera other than my hands, but I get camera shy. So I get stage fright, and that keeps me from going online again. So I will be back soon, shortly, and yeah, I'll be doing something for you guys. But guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for your support with the comic book. Thanks for you know, backing it. Thanks for, you know, your encouragement with all the stuff I've been doing with the channel and everything. And yeah, if you buy the book on eBay, I want to thank you for that as well. You guys are really cool, very encouraging, and you know, I'll try not to let you down in terms of you know, doing stuff. I'm gonna try to do cool stuff for you guys to enjoy. Okay, but you guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care.